Hi everyone. So this week's topic is sexuality and advertising. Normally that's taken to mean using sexuality, using overtly sexual images to sell things. As you've heard from other vlogs this week, that doesn't always work. Mainly because I think people just get anesthetized to it over time. I'm going to talk about sexuality and advertising not as the hook to get you to buy a product, but as an unintended message that comes across loud and clear in advertising that tells you what you're supposed to be, that says, if you want to be normal in our society, if you want to be acceptable, if you want to have friends, if you want to be social, you have to be this way. There are several messages like this. You must be married to a member of the opposite sex, that you must have children, that you must own your own house. It's the implications, like an advertisement for a lawnmower says that you're supposed to have the house that would have a lawn for a lawnmower. Not just that you buy our lawnmower, but that you be a person who already has a house. It's an unintended consequence of all the things that they want to sell to people who own homes, that they're telling all the people who don't own homes that they should own a home. Well, in my opinion, the same thing goes for sex, or rather being sexual. That the unintended product placement that happens in so many movies, that happens in so much television, and in so many ads that use sexuality or just have it in the background as a matter of course, it says you must be a sexual person, that you're a loser if you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, if you're not getting it on constantly and looking like the sort of sexy person that would get it on, which incidentally has another unintended consequence, and that is that young people look at these ads and go, I want to look like that, or I have to look like that. So you have eating disorders, and you have people who obsess about their body. You have people getting cosmetic surgery when they really don't need it. I mean, I don't have a really beautiful face. I know this. I put a lot of makeup on for fun because I just enjoy the colors. I'm an artist. Although I'm intelligent enough to understand why you should never have surgery unless it's really necessary because of all of the things that could go wrong, or because of the problems in hospitals of these resistant strains of various bacteria. Nonetheless, I feel somehow inadequate because I don't like the way I look. And this is an unintended consequence of the fact that in advertising, movies, television, all of these media outlets, the people who are chosen, the actors and actresses that are chosen, have a very specific shape of face that I just don't happen to have. With asexuals, the main problem with sexuality and advertising, as I'm discussing it today, is that we're told we have to be sexual when in fact not all of us are. It's bad enough when advertising tells us that we're not adequate people because we don't have the latest big screen TV or the coolest car or all the various gadgets, etc., little things like iPods. But when advertising tells us a message that we're not okay as who we are, when our face isn't okay, when our sexuality isn't okay, to the point where we consider surgery or consider taking medication for inadequate sex drive, which is something that's now being discussed. There's a German pharmaceutical company that wants to market this new medicine for people with hypoactive sexuality desire disorder, or whatever it's called. And I just can't tell you how much that offends me. I mean, it's like saying that, well, it's like those people who have those camps that fundamentalist Christians send their kids to make them not gay anymore, which doesn't work. You know, being gay isn't a mental disorder. Being asexual isn't a mental disorder. Although advertising and the media are not solely responsible for asexuals growing up feeling inadequate because they're not sexually attracted to anyone, or like in my case, they have no sexual feelings at all. I would say advertising has a lot to answer for.